They say there are no stupid questions. What question have you been asked that disproves this? I can't find the price of the $5 meal. How much does the $5 meal cost? I worked in a chocolate shop once. A woman was buying a box, all different shapes, white/milk/dark etc. She asked how she would be able to tell the difference between white and dark chocolates. I felt like I was being snarky when I responded white are white and dark are dark. But she was extremely cheerful to hear that answer. I had someone ask me twice why everyone called me Trevor. My name is Trevor. Working retail way back in the day. So if I don't like this, can I return it? Me, sure, within 30 days. So if I do I get my money back? Me, yup. But I get to keep the item too, right? Me, internal facepalm. No, you have to give it back. But why? This took about another 5 minutes of explaining how economics in general work. How do you know if your baby is circumcised? Can they see it on the ultrasound, or do you have to wait until he is born to know? We were 19. A girl once asked me and my best friend if we were sisters. The answer, no. She then asked if we were twins. A girl in my class asked how potatoes could be so cheap. For reference, in my country 2 kilogram potatoes is like $1.5 when you had to put a piece of coal under a mountain for thousands of years. She thought potatoes were diamonds in progress. What animal does chicken come from? Are babies born on Sunday? I was at Edinburgh Castle and was asked what time does the 1 o'clock gun go off. I overheard a pregnant woman on the phone say, I think my boyfriend is cheating on me. What happens if this baby isn't mine? Customer, how many slices are in a large pizza? Me, 8. Customer, how many slices are in a medium pizza? Me, 8. Customer, then what's the difference? Semicolon. This conversation happened a lot more than you'd think. I work for a wind energy company and was giving this new guy a plant tour. After we get back to my office, he says, so what's the difference between wind and solar power? I had to pause to think of a way to respond without sounding like a smartass. I'm a guide in Antarctica and we were riding in a Zodiac in the ocean when a guest looks at me dead serious and asks how far above sea level are we? I'm a software developer. Years ago, early 90s or thereabout. Yes, I'm old. We had a vendor come into our company to demo a software product that would analyze your code and identify things like critical paths, needless complexity, unreachable code, things like that. Nowadays you can probably find tons of programs like this that do way more advanced things than this one did, but at the time this was pretty novel and cutting edge. Anyway, this guy gives his demo and then opens it up to questions. There were like 75 people in the room, managers and developers. One of the managers raises his hand and, in all seriousness, asks, can it analyze your comments and tell you if they make sense? I can't even remember if the guy gave a response because the whole room just burst out in laughter. That poor dude never lived it down. People talked about it for years afterwards. How do you know there are 26 letters in the alphabet? Mom, we're in college. My 19-year-old sister last month. Do you need a heart to live? Me and my GF were getting into bed for the night. She goes to sleep at like 10 PM for work and I stay up all night watching TV shows, but like to keep her company until she falls asleep. She's mad at me for not washing the bed sheets, like I said I would that day. Lying there feeling guilty, an idea pops into my head. I excitedly ask, want me to just clean the bed sheets and stuff while you are asleep? In the most monotone voice she replies, how? I'm in the bed, I haven't felt that stupid in a while. Semicolon. Edit. We have more than one set of bed sheets. It was just that I said I would do it and she liked this set in particular. We survived the extra night. Someone, an elementary school teacher, once asked me if I knew there was more to space than our solar system. She had just learned this herself at the age of 30. In high school, a teacher was telling us a story about being bitten by a rattlesnake. A girl in our class asked if he died. I was at the beach a windy day and overheard some girl ask her friend, is it even worth being here today? I mean, you don't even get a tan when it's windy out, right? Another one was when my friends were discussing That person A didn't know who the father to her child was, and that if a woman sleeps with several men during the same time period, it can be hard to know who the father is. One of my friends then said, but that applies to men too. If he sleeps with several women, how would he know who the mother is? What number president was Johnny Appleseed? Where do you keep wireless internet cables? Looking at a world map, if all the continents are facing this way, what's on the other side? During basic training in the military, if I actually need to shoot an enemy, should I first insert earplugs? Former co-worker who was going on holiday, so what would happen if my plane breaks down while it's flying? Can we just land on a cloud and wait for the recovery? No, you'll likely plummet to your death.